say summer is the time to live in Chicago. Well, that's extended into autumn as we are ready to roll under blue skies at Soldier Field. Just a short time ago, this crowd loud enough to shake the foundations of this nearly century-old building. They are ready for football indeed in Chicago as their guys get set to do battle with the San Francisco 49ers. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And he'll hope that this is not a sign of what's in store as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. On play action, Allen. Escaping the pressure right. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. And since they still have 10 yards to go, they'll just say, let's roll this over to third down and decline it.
Let's just be honest about it. If you can't get them off the field on 3rd and 10, then something's wrong with your defense anyway. No sense in taking that penalty.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now Allen. And that will be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Fielded at the 33. 39-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. Good starting field position for the 49ers as they have it 1st and 10 at their 38. They fake the handoff. Now Lance. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. Tried to drop it in there, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Benjamin St-Juste. And the Bears are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Out of the gun, running with Cohen. And some room to roam now. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. That good for 22 and a first down. Relatively small sample size, but that's his longest run of the first quarter. Bounced it out to the outside to make it successful.
And to get there, you actually need some help. It's not just your pure speed getting to the corner, making sure that the blocking is taken care of inside so the pursuit doesn't get you. And oftentimes, those wide receivers, tight ends that might be flexed out, they've got to control the edge and make sure no one from the outside can spill the play before he gets there.
And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on it before he could get much out of it.
Here's 2nd and 9. So the shotgun snap to Allen. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Here's Allen. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a first down. On play action, Allen. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And the Niners are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And last time, 1-play interceptions. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give him a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
2nd and 6. Lance now to throw. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off by Benjamin St-Juste. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. 2nd interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tartt. And the 49ers are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Charles, I don't know what's going on in that defensive team meeting room, but they better keep it rolling. 3 picks last week, 2 here now in the first quarter.
Everyone talks about creating turnovers and getting takeaways, but until it gets put into action, it's just talk. And right now, it's in action and in a big way. Now they've got the receivers wondering if they have to turn around and play more defense instead of running routes trying to take the ball downfield.
A good start to the drive. That's caught out on the left side. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
First down, San Francisco.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. They're going to run the sweep. It's Samuel. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, they gave up a few yards there, but all in all, I think it's a pretty nice job defensively against the Jets sweep. If they don't slow him up, he might take it to the house, so they'll take that play every time on the defensive side of the ball.
6 yards left on 2nd down. And to give this time to the tailback. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there. Well, this defense for the Bears, they were terrific a week ago in that victory over Tampa Bay, Charles.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
From midfield, here's Lance. And he'll just get rid of it. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point, and they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And a fair catch called for and made just outside the 15-yard line. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And the Bears take over. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. The safety, Keanu Neal, there to make the tackle. Still 9 remaining on 2nd down. Here's Allen to throw it. Gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. Touchdown Bears! Tariq Cohen, 83 yards. And the Bears on just 2 plays have taken the lead. Rosas good with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're probably lucky to only be down 7-0 as they come up 1st and 10. On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. And he held on to it, but he probably shouldn't have as they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down. Now Lance. And that is incomplete.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on third down conversions to start this thing. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Very good return that time. 18 yards. And it'll be a short field for the Bears as they take over 1st and 10. And just 1 tick to go, so this will obviously be the final play of this first quarter. Here's Allen on 1st and 10. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet. And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. Back in Chicago, ready for the second quarter. It's the Bears in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. To the air, Allen. And his throw is incomplete.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
2nd and 10. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And the Niners are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. This defense had 3 interceptions last week. They're on pace for more than that here, 2 in the first half.
Do not adjust your set. This is not instant replay. This is a defense that is locked in. They're essentially running the routes for the receivers and turning it into the receivers themselves, aren't they? I mean, it is amazing what I'm seeing because the reactions of those guys back on the back 7, phenomenal.
They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Play action. Now it's Lance. He's got his tight end. It's Chris Manhertz. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and I think the Bears have recovered. They have. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S. Ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock. Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
Allen will try again on 2nd down. That's complete to Mooney. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
Well, this is an awfully tough route to defend in man coverage because he lines up on the right and then runs a crossing route back to the other side of the field. So as a defender, you're not only trailing him the whole way, you're also looking out for your own guys to make sure you don't get yourself picked off. And then you can't catch up in time to prevent the completion.
1st down, a run with Cohen. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short. On to give, this is Cohen. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down. They'll try to run for it with Cohen. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Tariq Cohen with touchdown number 15 on the year and second of the game. And the Bears will extend their lead. PAT up and good by Rosas. And it's now 14-0. After the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise it's going to be a long day for you.
On second and very short, Lance winds up and lets it go for Samuel. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. And the Bears are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
From the 44, Allen. That ball complete to Isabella. Room here to run. Touchdown, Chicago. Like so many wide receivers, he is a threat with the ball in his hands, and he's able to do his damage here after the catch. Rosas good with the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They run with Mostert off the option. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Throwing his Lance on third down. Rolling to his right. He'll get this into the hands of Mostert. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Lance a handoff here to Mostert. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. That's on the guard, Laken Tomlinson. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Here's Lance. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Second and 20. Working from the gun, Lance. Buying time to his left. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Darquez Dennard. And the Bears are going to take over at their own 41. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just...
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Tariq Cohen on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Bears are able to widen their lead here in this first half. PAT up and good by Rosas. And that makes the score 28-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Lance. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. A second juke. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That one good for 37 yards.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
Dancing to his left. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
I think we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Coming up on a 2nd and 6.
Strip the ball. Strip that ball. Mike 3.
Now Mostert off the read option. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Lance looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
And this one is right down Broadway. So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
Here's Jakeem Grant from his end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And with a huge lead already, they may be thinking, hey, our job's complete for these first 2 quarters. Let's get this to the locker room. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. So we are at halftime here on Halloween as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Final adjustments being made for the second half. Whether they'll amount to much in a game that's already pretty well decided, well, that's another question. Nevertheless, let's get you back out to Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach, thanks. Yeah, that's something to consider. Are we in for more one-way traffic here in this second half? It has not been a competitive game to this point. The 49ers going to have the football and trailing on the scoreboard as we get back underway on EA Sports. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot. Pretty unlikely. But you still have to go out, take pride in your work, and try and put something together here in the second half.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. They hand it off to Mostert. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Definitely too early to panic, but that is his 4th carry of the game, and collectively has in total 10 yards. So maybe there's no panic, but maybe some concern.
Yeah, and maybe a little concern up front because they're not giving him any space right now. From the gun, it's Lance. Taking a shot for Samuel. And that's caught inside the 30. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. Well, for Trey Lance, not only was he the youngest quarterback in the 2021 draft class, but many say he had the strongest arm, too, and he showed it off here. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. They run out of the shotgun with Mostert. Mostert hit and he drops the ball. And this is picked up by the Bears. He's at the 50, 30, past the 20. And they bring this one back. A fumble return for a Bears touchdown. Even the great ones, some of the best, they're not immune to the fumble, and here it really hurts them.
If the ball gets away from any runner's body, that's when the defense pokes at it, swipes at it, swats at it, and finds a way to create a big play for themselves.
Rosas good with the extra point, and the lead will swell by one more. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And that last possession, really a gut punch. You seemingly had it working. You were in the midst of a very strong drive, and suddenly the fumble, and you're watching the back of the defender's jersey as he brings it all the way in the other direction.
There's not much more I can add to that. I thought you summarized it perfectly, partner. You've just got to regroup and start putting another drive together. That's all you can do.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Here's Lance to throw it. Getting this out to the flat, Mostert. And down he'll go at the 25. Lance looking to throw it. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Jalen Johnson. And you have to wonder, Charles, in a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
54, right there. 54, Mike. Hey, pick your game up.
From the gun, it's Allen. Over the middle, that's hauled in by Isabella. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. He's up to 70 yards receiving now as that last catch gets him to first down. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. 9-yard line, 2nd and 6. Now with shotgun handoff to Cohen. Shreds the tackle. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
Allen from the gun on 3rd down. Flushed out right. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Kyle Allen. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Bears use this short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. PAT up and good by Rosas. And that will extend this big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And all the way out just shy of midfield before going out of bounds at the 49.
We all know that teams never want to use the word panic. But if they expect to win this game, it has to start right here, right now. That return just set them up for points, and it needs to be a touchdown, not a field goal.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room today, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think he might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out
To
there.
throw again on 2nd down, Lance. Now the ball comes loose, and this is picked up by the Bears. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
I know that taking care of the football is something that's drummed into every guy who plays this position, no matter what, whether he's running it, in the pocket, out of the pocket. But it's almost surprising to me that there aren't more fumbles by that position because of the way that they get attacked on each and every play.
Well, he had the fumble last week. Now he's 2 weeks in a row with a fumble loss.
Concentration has got to be there, and he's got to understand how much time he has to take care of a play. And maybe his clock is off just a little bit.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. On the handoff, it's Cohen. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. 130 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And this will be caught by Mooney. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
When you decide to run a hitch route, it really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Allen eluding the pressure right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, Defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Everything looked right on that play except the conclusion. He dropped it, an in route, going into a little bit of traffic. Maybe in the back of his mind, he was wondering where the hit was going to come from.
Rosas' kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Glad you're with us from Soldier Field in Chicago. Third quarter here, 2nd and 10. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
From the gun on 3rd down, Lance. Flush to his right. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. And he is going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Lance now on 1st down. That ball caught. Brandon Ayuk. Touchdown, 49ers. Brandon Ayuk, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the 49ers are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And a little floater there is incomplete.
Again, they went for the fake off of the extra point attempt. It's a long way to go, and they didn't get there. Didn't get it completed successfully. Did someone dare them to do that? Did someone double dog dare him
I was going to ask you, maybe they saw something on film, but do you see something on film with those to try something from the 15 on a PAT? I don't know.
The only thing they needed to see on film there was a snap, a hold, and someone kicking the ball through the post.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They're looking at a 3rd straight win here if they can hold on. They'll start things on first with Torrey Cohen. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down. Throwing now is Allen. Able to find Isabella. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He has a first down, and that catch will also put him over 100 yards receiving now on the afternoon. Here's a give running left. It's Cohen. They can't tackle him. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 148 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Now Cohen. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. On 2nd and inches, Allen. That'll be caught. It's Isabella. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. A well-executed 22-yard gain. They run. This is Cohen. And he's going to bull his way down to about the 1-yard line. It's a good pickup of 7 yards, and now they're looking at 2nd and goal. Again, it's Cohen. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Tariq Cohen taking it in from a yard out. And the Bears are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Rosas good with the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And out across midfield down to the 45. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. From the gun, a run with Mostert. He'll get it to the 40. Broke a tackle there to get some extra yardage. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now a play fake. Lance. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. Got a man. It's caught at the 6-yard line. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. And Lance now to throw. Steps away to his left. That'll be caught by Ayuk. Touchdown 49ers. Brandon Ayuk with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And the 49ers get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth-quarter deficit. Extra point by Sly is up and good as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And they've got it. They recovered it. They hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. So they touched it before it went 10, and that's obviously not going to help their comeback bid here in the 4th.
No, not at all, and they're trying to get something going after one there, but you've got to give yourself a chance. Let it go 10 before you touch it.
On play action, Allen. This one caught by Isabella. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. The gain of 19, and it moves the chains. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. He's going to dump that off to his running back, Cohen. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the 1st down marker. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. Rosa's kick is good. And that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coach.
And now here's another interception.
Picked off by Benjamin St. Juice.
And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. CD, this defense, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
Keanu Neal, strong in run support as he comes up from his safety position to pop him behind the line. Here comes Mooney now on the jet sweep. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. This is Cohen. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the 1st. Now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now. And if they call plays they want executed, They need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Faking the give to Mostert. Now Lance.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
One final try now for Lance.
And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. But we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
That one final throw here is incomplete, and that is how this one will come to an end. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Bears,
they're back to 500 as they move to 4-4 on the year.
And they will hit the road next week to take on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for the 49ers, they dip to 2-5 now with the loss. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Arizona Cardinals.